Finally, we're out of the sewers.
Thank God. A whole castle?
Yep. Remember, it's in the entirety of Europe. Alright, let's finally get the smoke bomb upgrade. And a new attack item.
These flesh-eating insects can reduce dead bodies to dust in seconds. They can also attack a living target. But be careful. That poor soul will make a lot of noise before the insects finish them off.
Oh, I love it.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Steve. I'm starting to, I'm starting to get worried about you.
Steve might be going a little nuts.
We're gonna go with the Path of Might. I don't think we've used this costume before. Basically, it works like the regular costumes, except extra armor, as you can see.
Okay.
We made it to the inner keep. Come on.
And we cannot use, or no, we can use focus mode, but we can't stop time with focus mode.
Oh.
And so as you can see, time keeps going.
We can't let the Count get away. Before you try to catch him, cut off his escape routes. And watch out.
So in the low quality version that we're using, that just looks like a mess of like red pixels, but it's pretty gruesome when you see it in high def. You'll just have to trust me on this one when I upload this to YouTube.
That's still beautiful.
So this is partially a retread of one of the previous levels when we were sort of going outside of Karajan's castle, but only partially. Oh, hey, there's a sniper. We haven't seen one of those in a while.
He wasn't watching his back.
I actually almost get caught here. It's really close. Look at this. Oh, so close.
Schlit.
Okay, so there is a glitch in the 1.0 version. If you time it very specifically, you can go through certain objects. That includes walls to go out of bounds. It's really hard to do, though. And it's not very consistent. I think I may be at a disadvantage because I'm using a controller. Apparently, it's a lot easier to use with keyboard and mouse. That was one of the major glitches that got patched out with the remastered version.
I'm starting to get the feeling they left the 1.0 version available for speedrunners.
Oh yeah, Clay has always been community oriented. Oh, by the way, you can also use the ravenous insects to get rid of dead bodies, shall we say. But yeah, Clay has always been very community oriented. They were very aware of the speedrunning community. So I feel like they definitely left the 1.0 build there on purpose for those who still wanted to use the old exploits. I feel like almost every level now, except for the one in the catacombs, has had at least one guard on a smoke break.
It'll kill you if you're not careful.
At least by proxy. I don't think sprites could get lung cancer. So we're gonna lure these two guards over here. We're gonna kill one of them with ravenous insects. That's gonna terrorize the other guard. And there's like, I think 2 or 3 other guards that are gonna come down here. And they all have the same AI pathing to investigate. So we're just gonna use Emperor's Abyss to clear out the room and kill each guard one by one as they inevitably run down the stairs to investigate the noise. You gotta love the predictability of video game guards. And then, of course, because I'm cheap and I want the points, I throw down a smoke bomb. Because that's plus 250 to disable a guard. Gotta cheese all the points you can.
Yep.
So here, this is another instance of like bad checkpointing. There's a checkpointing me right here, where I was spotted by both the sniper and that guard in the top right. and it took me a while to figure out something here. I was eventually able to arc a shot with a smoke bomb up there that allowed me to take out the 2 guards on top. That was... I will perfectly admit that took a while. Also, that damn raven gave me away. Because I mentioned before that, you know, ravens make noise that attract guards. I think I mentioned that back in, like, video 3, I think?
Yeah.
But yeah, that damn raven gave away my position.
Hey!
So, we were also passing by one of those enemies with the riot shields. Those riot shields also render them immune to any darts that are thrown from the front.
So you gotta hit them from behind.
Yeah. And then I just get completely lost again. And for some reason, this guard completely terrifies me because I temporarily forget about the light system, and then I take out the light here. But then it distracts a guard on the left, and not the guard on the right, which is what I thought it would. So then I have to wait again. That guard on the right still doesn't suspect a thing. And then I ran into more trouble with that guard over there. Unfortunately, this level's checkpointing does not make for very friendly editing.
That guy looks tough. Even a surprise attack might not bring him down.
And they discover the body during this cutscene. So these tough guys are basically reskins of Corporal Kelly.
Alright.
And they work in similar ways. You have to use something in the environment to take them down. Or you can use attack items, but we don't have any good ones yet. So we can just go over to these suicide jumpers here, whatever you called them before. That disables the guard, and we can take him out. And thanks to the shoddy collision detection of the 1.0 version, we somehow clipped him into the vent.
I'm not scared of ninjas. I studied every martial art from Thailand and Tokyo to Tibet. I'm in the MMA Hall of Fame, man. I want them to try and take me down. Come on!
That sounds like a challenge.
Okay, challenge accepted. Wah wah. Alright, so that's 2 out of the 3 elite guards that we need for one of the seals. So this area that has one of the scrolls here, there's 2 different ways to do it. And one of them is objectively better than the other. I'll show off the bad way first. So first we can kill this guard. Go up to the right here. And there's a switch down here, which will activate the poison gas in this room. And then everyone just dies. However, one of the guards there has a gas mask, and he will call it an alert because he sees the dead bodies. So it's tempting to do that, but don't do it. Here's what you do instead. So instead we do kind of what we did before by killing that guard on the top. However, instead you can just drop his body down. That terrorizes everyone. And it gets you another seal, which is terrorizing a guard to shooting another guard. However, you might on occasion need some more coaxing, which is what I needed here. But it'll work out in the end. And it's certainly a lot more effective than the switch. I think they put the switch there deliberately as like a moment to troll the players. So there you go. That's one of the friendly fire is one of the ways to take out elite guards without using an environmental attack. There's another way to do it, but it requires a specific upgrade.
Something we don't have yet, I'm guessing.
My
Yeah.
violent hunger gropes through the darkness. It craves more than I can catch.
We will actually be seeing that upgrade a little later in this video, if memory serves.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, I was just checking. Oh, by the way, that only counts as the second scroll. The first one is up top. Also, I had to censor that first seal because it ruins an objective later in this video. I'm doing your work for you, Clay. Yeah, this is a simple little puzzle there. So, we're actually going to be switching costumes just temporarily. Because there's a challenge room coming up. It would be my least favorite challenge room, except there's an exploit that allows you to skip most of it. And it actually makes it kind of fun.
Oh, this looks rough.
So normally what the game expects you to do is you have to line up all the dead bodies to block the lasers. However, I discovered that you can use, you know, specific tools to skip about, I'd say, half of the puzzle. So first of all, you got to do this part. This part's unavoidable. You know, you hit the circuit breaker there, grab one of the bodies, and put the body onto the switch.
Put it onto the panel.
So now you can. The game expects you to drag more bodies over there, but you can just throw a smoke bomb down, run past, and now the game gives you 3 bodies to work with to block all these lasers, which is exactly the amount you need in order to get past at least this first deluge of lasers. And oh, it's just starting to charge up, but it doesn't. It doesn't get a hitbox. You can actually run right under that, as long as it just has to actually fully appear in order to get a hitbox. However, there's one more laser over here, and if you throw a smoke bomb in the right position, you can block it. So there, I just skipped about half the puzzle. If you do it normally, it's really tedious and really awful.
No, and you are humble and your fear is all I see.
So that's the first scroll.
These tabi, made of silk and the lightest reeds, will reduce the noise you make when you run.
Alright, so this one, we're actually not going to get that yet. We're going to get this one instead.
These darts are made from blowfish spines coated in poison. Just one of these will plunge your target into a state of panic and terror. They'll attack any noise they hear.
Yeah, this one's a lot of fun. It's the Hisamu Terror Dart.
Oh.
It basically
That gonna be good.
Yeah, it puts anyone that it hits into an instant terrorized state. So we're going to use that in conjunction with the ravenous insects. It's also that terror dart is the only way to terrorize the elite guards. And I'm about to show off what it's like when you terrorize an elite guard, because they actually have a unique animations and attacks that you don't see anywhere else. This is me trying to break the light. So alright, so I'm gonna throw a dart.
Hey, eyes on target.
So he just sort of runs around and attacks anything that he sees, including you. Like if you're in range, it's pretty much a one-shot kill.
What?
That's kind of neat.
It also counts as it also counts as making him vulnerable, the equivalent of disabling the guard. So, for instance, if you throw him in a terror dart and you go into a vent, then you can kill him that way. They are also vulnerable to the ravenous insects, just like any other guard.
Oh, they leave behind a bigger skeleton too, I think.
Well, that's the thing. They don't leave behind any skeleton. That's the point of the ravenous insects.
It's just like that skeleton that shows up and then falls apart.
Or destroy the fuel plant. Either way, he'll be trapped like the rat he is.
Multiple objectives.
Oh.
And it does actually give you the option to complete both objectives, which we're gonna do.
Take out that hind.
Yeah, first things first, we're gonna destroy the fuel generator. I think that's what it was. It's the non-lethal option. So we're gonna, again, leave those other guards terrorized. Yep. The ravenous insects, in particular, if you got a group of guards, is great for getting friendly fire bonuses. And, yeah, I don't know if I've shown it off, but you can use Farsight while you're clinging to pretty much any surface. Basically, as long as you are either on the ground or, you know, clinging to some sort of surface.
No.
Oh, almost got there. Oh, dear. What was that animation? Did you see his arm going crazy there? I hadn't noticed that before. So, I was trying to get Leap of Faith on this guard, and just for whatever reason, it wasn't working out. He wasn't aligned properly. There it is.
There we go.
Yeah, this is a pretty big map. And there's another machine gun guy. They're the only ones who seem to really realize how vulnerable Steve is to lights. Oh, yeah, I completely forgot to mention that there are also vents now that you have to lockpick. I've been doing it this whole time.
Yoink!
And yeah, now it counts as terrorizing. But there's also the consequence that because they shoot at it, you have to make sure to run out quick. Because otherwise, you know, like a full round of automatic assault rifle fire, you know, shot from a panic guard is pretty much guaranteed to kill you. I had forgotten about that. So we're gonna use this guard's body to get past here. So yeah, that was the seal I was censoring earlier.
Keep the boss in his face and stay on the line.
Gotcha.
Karajan is cornered. It's time to finish him.
But we're gonna make absolutely certain.
Yeah, just to make certain, we're gonna kill the pilot. So I lured him out by running deliberately. That's gonna draw him back there, and then I can kill the pilot that way. He has a unique sprite. I like that little detail. And of course, throw his body out there.
It is a nice touch.
Karajan is cornered.
I do like that they count, you know, bodies going into bottomless pits as hiding the body. That is also a nice touch. Oh yeah, if you try to use Farsight when you're hiding behind a pot or something like that, you will go out of cover. Also, are you ready to see the most awful hidden scroll in the game? After a while, I have to do some more waiting here, but it's right near the end of the level. It's a really poorly placed scroll. Alright, so check this out.
Okay.
So there's the end of the level. Don't go there. Drop down under this vent, and there's the scroll.
Underneath the level exit.
Usher me to my end. Soon.
Dick move, Clay.
Isn't that awful?
That is a little bit of a dick move. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. That's like that one collectible in Metal Gear Rising that's just behind a cutscene trigger. Or it's like that one in the Wonderful 101 where you had to go you had to double jump over a cutscene trigger and then double jump back over it.
Got me with your lives!
Oh no, I left my bullets at home! Yeah, that last one was by far the worst place he's to scroll in the game. Like there was that one before in the office building with the smoke bomb and the 2 lasers. That was pretty bad, but I think that one is substantially worse.
I gotta ask, did he have a flintlock pistol? Is he really only gonna have one shot, one opportunity at Steve?
No, I think he had some sort of magnum. Let me go back and... No, yeah, that was like a... Yeah, that was a... No, that was some sort of... That was some sort of older revolver.
Had to borrow it from Ocelot.
Yeah. Yeah, although it looks like he'll need 7 shots.
It still won't help him.
No.